A very happy and cheerful morning to all my dear students. I hope you all are fine at home and taking care of your health. So, we are back with our social studies class. And as you remember, in the last class we had started with a new chapter. That is chapter number 14, Staying Healthy. Now in this, let's do a quick recap. What did we study? We studied about thermometer. Okay, how to use it, what is the normal temperature of our body, how to check whether we have fever or not. So all this we studied in the first class. Now moving on to the second, that is stethoscope. What is it? Stethoscope. Now the stethoscope, please underline, was invented in France by Dr. René Lanessan in the year 1860. Once again, the stethoscope was invented in France by Dr. René Lanessan in the year 1860. One day, Dr. René noticed two children playing a strange game. So let's see what's the story. They were sitting at two ends of a long and hollow piece of wood. One was whispering through it and the other was listening. So what happened? One day, Dr. René noticed what? That there were two children sitting and they were playing game. So what was they doing? They sat at two ends and they had a long hollow piece of wood, okay, long piece of wood. So one child, he was whispering and the other was listening. Unable to control himself, he asked the children what they were doing. They told him that through this log of wood, they could hear even the softest of sounds. So what they told that ये जो log of wood है, ये जो piece of wood है, इससे हमें एकदम soft आवाज भी आती है. Dr. René was very excited as a thought struck him. He hurried back to his clinic and rolled a newspaper and placed one end of it on a patient's chest. So what did René do? He folded a paper. He took a paper and then he folded it like this. Okay, he made it like a roll. And he kept it on patient's chest. Then what he tried to do? And the other to his ear. So at one side, the patient's chest and the other was his ear. Okay. Whoa! He could hear the heartbeat so clearly. This child play led to the invention of the stethoscope. So imagine, it was just a small game that the children were playing, and out of this game, Dr. René got an idea to make stethoscope. Now, today the stethoscope has gained great importance, isn't it? Every doctor, wherever you go, first thing what they'll do is, they'll take the stethoscope, they'll check the heartbeats. It is used by doctors to listen to the sound of lungs, heart and even the intestines. Three things: lungs, heart and even the intestines. Also, blood flow in arteries and veins. How is the blood flow? So this also please underline. This has helped doctor to diagnose and treat many diseases. So as I told you, whenever you go to a clinic or hospital, whatever problem we have, first thing what they'll do, they'll take a stethoscope, they'll check the heartbeats, they will also check what? The blood flow from where? From the arteries and veins. Okay, so this is about stethoscope. Is it clear, children? Okay. Now moving forward to microscope. What is it? Microscope. Can you see over here? See, this is how a microscope looks like. Now what is a microscope? A microscope is an instrument that makes even those objects look big that cannot be seen even with the naked eye. So what they have said, what is a microscope? It is an instrument that makes every object, even the smallest object, look big that we cannot see even with the naked eye. It so happened, now let's see the story of the invention of microscope. It so happened that by chance, an owner of an optician shop, we know that optician shop, right? We have specs and shades over there. In Holland, looked at a fly through two lenses placed one behind the other. So what happened that someone was looking at a fly with two lenses. The size of the fly appeared to be as big as a full-grown goat. See, fly is very small in size, but as soon as he placed two lenses, what happened? It appeared as big as a goat. This led to the invention of a toy called Flea Glass. This is how a flea glass that could magnify things was invented. Okay, this is how it was invented. One day casually he was just looking at a fly flying. His fly is so tiny. As soon as he used a lens to see it, it appeared very big. And this led to the invention of flea glass. Now talking next forward, Galileo came to know about this interesting invention and improved upon it. Okay, who? Galileo. He could now not only see enlarged insects but also the minutest details like the hair on their body. See, we have minute hairs on our body, isn't it? It's very small, but if we look through microscope or lens, it appears bigger. This is how we got the first microscope. Now with the help of a microscope, scientists could identify germs that cause diseases. Okay, germs are very small, we cannot see. So with the help of this microscope, the scientists, they develop different vaccines, medicines, they see the germs, they catch it and see what we have to make. Okay, so the invention of microscope is extremely important. Then they could go a step further to find the cures for those diseases. Now once we know which germs are responsible for the disease, then what we'll do? We'll try to find the cure. Isn't it similarly if we talk about coronavirus? The scientists have been working on it. They have developed vaccines. So this is how they do. Today microscopes are used to examine blood, urine, stool and many other things. This helps them to find out the disease the patient is suffering from. Okay, so with the help of it, what happens? We can find out the disease that the patient is suffering from. Is it clear, children? Okay, so now for your homework, you have to do the objectives, that is at page number 90. That is, there are 2 MCQs given. Test yourself. So you have to solve it. Okay? So this is it for now. We'll meet in the next class. Till that, God bless you all. Goodbye.